Hello, my friends. Happy Wednesday. It is officially the middle of November, which is crazy. I honest to goodness do not know how that happens. But it's the time of year where we start to think about, well, first of all, how did this all happen so fast? How did we get here? Were we paying attention? Were we thoughtful and intentional about what we created? Do we like where we are? Is it where we want to be? Is it taking us where we want to go? Well, for those of you who are new here, my name is Heather Vickery, and I am the CEO and founder of Vickery & Co., which is a success coaching firm, leadership and success coaching firm, helping you build build a life that you absolutely love. And if you're also building a business or growing a business, we want you to love that also. Forgive me. I'm also the executive producer and host of the Brave Files podcast, where I interview people who have stepped out of fear and into bravery in every possible way. We drop a brand new episode every single Thursday, and it is so much fun. It's such a feel-good, inspirational show to help you step into your everyday brave. And I am the new best-selling author of this beautiful book called Fuck Fearless, Making the Brave Leap, which you can get on Amazon, bookshop.org. If you want, you can visit vickeryandco.com/ffearlessbook to find all of your purchasing options. I'm really proud of the book, really excited to have it out there. And this is my weekly live show, Brave in Action. And I come to you very casually, just from our studio here every single Wednesday to share just a little bit of Brave in Action inspiration, momentum, highlight, anything with you that'll hopefully resonate and get you one step closer to choosing bravely in a new and an exciting way today and every day, really. And so today I want to talk about intentional unraveling and what that is and how it's different than a lot of other things. It's not the same as crumbling. It's not the same as falling apart. The intentional unraveling is knowing that what is happening right now is not working. You're on the right path, though. You're thoughtful about that. You know that you want to grow something, but somewhere you messed up or you got a stitch wrong or you want to go back and shift it, change it, make a different choice. You're going to restructure. So you've got to take some things apart. And that is really an uncomfortable situation for a lot of people. And I'm curious how many of you feel like that. So we've been sort of associating it with this concept of knitting, right? Or crocheting. I have some daughters who knit and some who crochet. And they're going to build, they're going to make a sweater or a blanket. And they know exactly what the pattern is. They know exactly how to get there, but they miss a stitch or they mess up a stitch and they have to go back. And it's frustrating. Oh, I can hear them screaming right now. It's so frustrating to take something that you've worked really hard on apart to fix something and then rebuild it and recreate it. But you want that end result. I was just chatting with a friend of mine who is a member here of the Brave on Purpose Collective and a previous guest on the Brave Files podcast. I'm not going to mention you by name, but I'm hoping you're rewatching this. I want you to know I've really been sitting with this today since we spoke yesterday. And she wanted to join us today live to talk about unraveling, but couldn't make the time work. And she's a bit of a fabulous radical in the spiritual world in all of the most wonderful ways, and is really looking to take a foundation of faith and spin it on its head and intentionally take it apart and keep a lot of those threads, but make a different type of pattern, create a different type of sweater. And I'm loving all of the different ways we're thinking. When we unravel, we don't ditch it. It's not like we're leveling. It's not like, when my kids were really little, we lived across the street from a McDonald's, and this was this old dumpy McDonald's, and they totally leveled it. And we watched for months. My second born daughter, I only had 2 kids at the time, and my second born daughter was really little, and she was obsessed with watching the machinery. And she would watch and she would say, "Oh, it's my favorite little truck today," or whatever it was, right? But we watched the process of leveling it, excavating it, and then building something totally new and totally different. Unraveling isn't really like that. Unraveling is more like keeping lots of threads, keeping lots of things that are working well, and then just weaving a different pattern, right? Adding in your own flavor and all of that. And I wanted to share with you. So, those of you who haven't seen these, my Create Brave cards, they are beautiful. This is a partnership I did with my client, Rachel. Hey, Rach, love you. And it is a manifestation card deck. So, a guide for sourcing and manifesting your next step. Here are the cards. They are gorgeous. There are so many of them. They have glitter edges. They're beautiful. But one of the cards here, this is why I brought them out. It's the only one valid reason. One of the cards is actually Unravel, and it's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. Isn't this card gorgeous? Look at the imagery on it. I love art. Rachel did all the artwork. This idea of taking something beautiful and unraveling it. I choose to take things apart to create something better. And with the manifestation card deck, we have this beautiful guidebook. And I just want to read to you what we have here for Unravel. I choose to take things apart that no longer serve me. Interesting, Rachel. Coaching guidance. Thoughtfully and intentionally unraveling one thing to build another may be necessary. You may choose to unravel because something isn't working, or perhaps you simply desire something better than what you currently have. Sometimes we must take things apart that are working okay to make room for what will be great. Take apart something that's already working well to create something great. I'm just paraphrasing that. When we force ourselves to stay with something that no longer serves us, we can cause significant harm and prevent new growth. Frequent reassessments will show you what might need to be unraveled in order to reach your goals. Unraveling may cause mixed emotions. You may experience both sadness at a loss and joy at a new beginning at that same time. Acknowledge your emotions and feel them completely through the process. This is part of your growth towards realizing what you truly need. And then we do a Create Brave prompt. So, this is my prompt for you today. Imagine that you are weaving a beautiful tapestry. Sometimes you may need to unravel several lines in order to start fresh or catch a lost stitch. Visualize yourself undoing the work that needs to be undone. Now imagine what the tapestry will look like when you are finished. So do that visualization exercise. And I love this idea. And I'm going to do this for myself today as well. So we're going to do this together. And I'd love to have you comment below and let me know what you think. What are you purposefully and intentionally unraveling? What comes to you when you do this prompt, right? So think about what needs to be unraveled, what you want to undo, what needs to be undone. And now imagine recreating and building your tapestry fresh. What does it look like when it's finished? And then I'm going to add on there to you, what do you think it feels like? What does it feel like? So remember that the unraveling process can feel very uncomfortable. There's a lot of discomfort there. You've worked really hard to create something, right? You have worked really hard to create something. And now you're recognizing that you probably want to make some magic changes, some big changes. And in order to do that, it requires thought and intention and purpose, all of those things. And that's a really big deal. And so you're going to feel all sorts of things. You may feel anger, frustration, sadness, but you also will hopefully feel inspiration, hope, joy, excitement. We can feel all of these feelings at the same time. And we do often feel all of these feelings at the same time. So we can do this work together today. What do you need and want to intentionally unravel, pull the threads that still work, and then recreate a brand new tapestry? Share below, comment below, let me know what you think. I'm so glad to be here with you today. If you like these gorgeous cards, they are now available for pre-order. It says back order on my website, but they're available for pre-order on my website. They have officially shipped, and we are hoping we will have them by the middle of December, but we will be sending them out in early January. So if you want to get a copy of the Create Brave deck, I will put the link in the comments below, but the link is vickeryandco.com/createbrave. So you can go and check that out and get yourself pre-ordered for a beautiful deck. Oh my gosh, they're so magical. I love them. I pull one myself every day, even though this is something that I co-created. What are you unraveling? I am unraveling all sorts of things in my life right now. I'm unraveling how I want to build and grow my business, how I want to build and serve my clients, and keeping it aligned, centered with me so that I can keep them centered and focused and continue to serve. What I want my home life to look like, what kind of parent I want to be, all of these wonderful things. So they're big, big things, right? And it's nice to have some accountability and do these things together. So thank you so much. Just a reminder, I'm Heather Vickery, CEO and founder of Vickery & Co., which is a success and leadership coaching firm, executive producer and host of the Brave Files podcast. You can find the Brave Files anywhere you enjoy podcasts. And you can also get your copy right now of Fuck Fearless, Making the Brave Leap, which is my brand new best-selling book where I share my Brave method, which is a creative and strategic approach to building a life and, if you want it to, a business that you absolutely fucking love. I'm so glad to be here with you today. Thank you. This is Heather Vickery reminding you today and every single day to go out and choose bravely. Bye.